Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul, and today I'm just going to be talking about manifesting techniques. So if you're new to the law of attraction and new to manifesting things into your life, don't worry because I have some tips to help you. Okay, so with that being said, the first one, you have to start small in the beginning. So when I was talking about manifesting things into your life before in previous videos, the first step is to ask, and then the second step is to visualize, and then the third step is to receive. So we can't help but ask, right? Abraham Hicks had talked about that in The Secret. She's like, you can't help but ask. You're constantly asking the universe for things that we want. And whether we necessarily want the things that we're asking for, because sometimes with the law of attraction, or I shouldn't say sometimes, but all of the times with the law of attraction, it is always responding to how you feel. So if you're putting these feelings that you don't want out there, don't be shocked when you get them back, because that's how it works. It just keeps coming to you with whatever you feel. So when you ask and you step into the visualization portion of the manifesting process, it's really important that you go into a flow state. A flow state is being concentrated and focused on your desire and losing feelings of self-consciousness. That's another one. Timelessness, learning to step out of that time constraint and just letting go of time altogether, because time is an illusion. It's created by humans, right? Feeling control of a situation. Those are just a couple of things that the Huffington Post had posted about it. Flow state is the ultimate state that you need to be in when you want to receive. When you start, for people, sometimes they just want to go big right away. And if you haven't been practicing, it's not, I'm not saying that you can't have it. I'm just saying that it'll probably be more difficult and more challenging receiving what you desire if it's a very large thing, especially if your paradigm is against it, right? You Are Creators had uploaded a video, I can't remember when, it was probably last year, but I watched it, and it was on the ladder technique. And Neville Goddard was a professor back in the early 1900s, maybe even the 30s. I'm unsure of the time era, but when you listen to his recordings, you can hear that he's from the early 1900s. And he had one technique that he talked about, which was manifesting the ladder. And when you go to sleep at night, and right before you're about to fall asleep, that theta wave stage that I talked about before, you're supposed to visualize yourself climbing a ladder. And this ladder, you have to use all of the senses that you possibly can use. And you're supposed to feel your hands hold on to the ladder handle and pull yourself up. Feel each hand, feel your arm move, feel your legs move, feel yourself on it, feel the wood or the metal that you're on, and feel yourself climb all the way to the top, and then go all the way back down, step by step, slow but surely. You go up and you go down, and you go up and you go down until you fall asleep. You're supposed to repeat this for as long as it takes, right? But the trick is, during the day, you're supposed to put the opposite. What I did was I put sticky notes all over my office, and I put sticky notes in my bathroom about, I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. And you see it everywhere. They're little visual reminders. But before you're going to sleep, you are climbing this ladder, and you're using all of your senses, to the point as if you're literally climbing the ladder. And for me, it took 4 days. 4 days, and I went to a person's house, a friend of mine, and I had an opportunity to climb a ladder. I was like, what? Really? I didn't have to, and I didn't climb it, but the ladder was there, and it was up, and if I really wanted to get on that ladder, I could have gotten on that ladder. And then on my way home, it's not a ladder, but I found on the corner of it was, I think, Whitney and Chippewa, because I live in Buffalo. There was steps, like someone threw out the steps of a porch, and they were just sitting on the side of the road, and there was 4 stairs. I was like, really? Like, oh my God. So that was like a little visual, and I'm sorry, that visual that I had of like climbing the ladder and then holding the signs all over my apartment and my office saying that I won't climb it, and then to have the opportunity to climb a ladder manifest blew my mind. So, another thing for people who are starting is to manifest like little things, cups of coffee. So I tried to do that too. I really wanted a Starbucks really bad. I really wanted a nice coffee. And it was in the dead of winter, and I was working in a school that's like far away from Starbucks. And I don't have a vehicle because I take public transportation. And I was like, oh, how good it would be to have this coffee. Like sitting in my office, I'm like slowly dying because I just really need another cup of coffee. I've got like all of this work to do. And I'm like thinking about how great it's tasting and the ice cold coffee going down my throat. Like all of like the wonderful things, right? The smell of it. I shit you not. I get a text message from my friend in the main office who was like, hey, I'm going to Starbucks. Did you want anything? And I'm like, yeah, I definitely want a Starbucks. And there it is, I got a Starbucks. I've done little things like manifest like a piece of pizza, like I was really hungry. And when you're at a school, pizza parties are like, not unheard of. So I'm like, the one day I was like, you know what? I really want a piece of pizza. It's a Friday. I would really enjoy, this was before I became a vegetarian, I was like, I really want a slice of cheese and pepperoni pizza. I'm like, And for those of you who don't know, pizza is my weakness. I love pizza with all of my heart. Pizza. But the pizza came to my office. I didn't have to go get it. I was sitting in my office, and one of my colleagues knocks on the door. She's like, hey, Paul, we got a sheet pizza, and a couple of the kids weren't here, so we have extra. Did you want to have a slice? I was like, yeah, like, I would love to have it. Thank you so much. I really wanted this piece of pizza. Thank you for giving it to me. Gratitude. Be thankful, because, that's everything. So I totally was like, just like, yes. So I'm like, done the ladder, I did the Starbucks cup of coffee, I did the pizza. It was like little things like that that give you that validation that help you build that momentum that you need when you're trying to manifest. I've talked before about visualization, right? So when you're meditating, you need to create a result, a result to the desire that you wish to experience or manifest. So what I do is when there's something that I really want, you think of the end result and what it feels like to be in that moment. And remember, it's like all about feeling. So what do you feel in this moment? You're also using all of your senses to help aid in your visualization, but focus on the end result and thank the universe for its completion of already having it. So another one is scripting. Scripting is journaling. My cat Mia. So another one is scripting. Writing in a journal, writing with the intent to receive what you want, but acting as if you already have it, and putting feelings of already having it so that way it can manifest. And Bob Proctor is someone that I follow and I listen to, and he always talks about when writing to write out in the present tense, like, quote, I am so happy and grateful now that da 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 da, whatever you have. So like there's a mantra that he has that I use for health, and it's, I'm so happy and grateful now that every molecule of my being is vibrating in perfect harmony with God's laws. I feel myself getting healthier, happier, and stronger every moment of every day. And I say that to myself over and over and over again. And I have for a long time, actually, since October. Believe it or not, I have been healthy this entire time since I've made this positive shift. So you can also do that when you're writing. You can do those as mantras, and you can also do those for scripting. And you just write out, I am so happy and grateful now that, and you write out whatever it is that you want, talking about how great it is that you have this now, and that, you know, I feel so valid that I have it, and I feel so relieved that I have this, and thank you so much for giving it to me. It means the world to me. I'm able to do so much with this or that, and you know, that's how you do it. And you write that out and you let it go. And you remember, when using the law of attractus, focus on your feeling, because feeling is the secret. So focus on the feeling and talk about it. You know, when you're focusing on the feeling, that really is the secret, because you always get more of what you feel. So, like, I'm so relieved and I'm so grateful that, you know, I have what I've been asking for, and thank you so much for granting this wish, you know, and align with that emotional feeling. Because if you have emotions and feelings of lack and limitation while you're trying to visualize or while you're trying to do any portion of this process, your mind will just give you more of that. Like, the mind will put out those feelings of lack and limitation, because it's very easy for you to do that, because you're already kind of like in that state of mind before making this type of shift. So the universe will just keep giving you more and more and more of that. So remember to focus on the feeling. That really is the secret to this whole thing. And you have to align with that feeling. You have to align with that feeling of whatever it is that you want. Another thing that I was talking about is, before, was like enter the flow. So you enter a flow state and you have to let go. Desire transmutes into reality. So you have to let go and you have to detach, because if you harp on it and you worry about it, you're just setting, again, like that intent to have more lack and limitation come your way. So it's really important that you let go. And one of like the final things that I just want to talk about is how you have to be cautious on who you're sharing your energy with. Because if you have not built up a shield for yourself about what other people think about you or their opinions of you, then you're going to just allow them to like zap your energy out of you, zap your good feelings out of you, because, you know, they might not understand what you're trying to do and what you want, and they'll think that like, oh, like, why are they so happy? Like, why are they getting what they want in life? Why can't I have it? And then, you know what? Let me just tear them down, because that makes me feel better, because that's what a lot of people do. So you have to like be careful on who you're sharing your thoughts with. And also, with self-love, you don't have to worry about what other people think, because if you have self-love, you have all the validation you need within, and you don't need to look outside to have that appreciation or whatever you're looking for. And you can just let all that garbage just slide right off of you. So yeah, that being said, those are some tips to manifesting. So tell me what you think, comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Click that little bell down there, ding, so that way you get notified that I'm putting out a new video, and you can watch it, and you can share it, and you can learn from it. So with that being said, thank you guys, love you guys, and I appreciate all of you. Bye.